In this video, we'll review the process to connect to an organization, specifically a practice. This video is applicable to solo practitioners and representatives of a group practice. Whether reporting to MIPS as a group or as individuals, there is a two-step process you need to complete in order to sign into the QPP website to submit, view, and manage data for your organization. The first step is to create a HARP account. If you don't have a HARP account, you can do so from the sign-in page. Click Sign in the upper right-hand corner, then click Register. From here, you can click Register with HARP, which will redirect you to the HARP website to create an account. Once you've completed the process to create a HARP account, you'll return to the QPP website and sign in with your user ID and password. Enter your username and password. You must check that you agree to the statement of truth before you can click sign in. At this point, you'll receive a code on the device you've selected for multi-factor authorization during the HARP account creation process. Enter your code to complete the sign-in process. Once you sign in, click Manage Access on the left-hand navigation page. If this is your first time requesting access to an organization, you'll see a message that you're not connected to any organizations and a large button inviting you to connect to an organization. If you're like me and already have access to an organization, you'll see those organizations listed on the page and a link to connect to another organization. The process is the same whether you're connecting to an organization for the first time or connecting to a new organization. Once you click the link, you'll be prompted to choose your organization type. Select Practice, scroll down, and click Continue. At this point, you'll be asked to identify the number of practices you wish to connect to. A practice is associated with a single taxpayer identification number, or TIN. So if you represent several practices or work for a large group with multiple TINs, you can choose multiple practices to connect to at once. Click the plus sign to increase the number of practices you wish to connect to. In this video, we'll just connect to a single practice, so I'll click the minus sign to get back to 1. You search for the practice by entering the 9-digit TIN or legal business name. Select the practice from the drop-down menu and click Continue. If you're the first person to request access to the practice, the role will default to the security official role, and you will be required to provide additional information. You'll be prompted to provide the 10-digit National Provider Identifier, or NPI, of one of the clinicians in the practice, the Provider Transaction Access Number P10 for the same clinician, the practice's 9-digit Taxpayer Identification Number. If you don't know the clinician's P10, you'll need to log into PAYCOS, where you can find this information. You'll see an approval notification pop up after the information you've submitted is validated by the system. If the information you entered can't be validated, your request will be rejected. If this happens, verify and re-enter the required information. If you continue to have problems, contact the QPP Service Center. If the organization already has a security official, you'll be asked to select a role, either security official or staff user. Both roles let you submit and view data for your organization, but only security officials can approve requests from other users to connect to the practice. Once your request has been submitted, the existing security official is responsible for reviewing and approving your request. Your request will remain in pending state until it's approved. If your role request remains in pending state, contact the QPP Service Center for assistance.